I've got a question for you guys before. I've got something I want to talk about. It's going to absolutely change your life. I'm going to ask you guys a question first. Let's take 100 NFL football games that are decided. Let's just say they're decided by a field goal at the end. One team wins, one team loses. The game is over. Out of 100 games where the game is over, decided by a field goal, if you could go back and ask the coach of that NFL football team, hey, just out of curiosity, would you like an extra quarter to play? Somebody tell me, out of 100 losing NFL football teams, if they could take an extra quarter to play the game, how many would take them up on that offer?
100%.
100%, right? Whether you're playing football, we want an extra quarter because we're losing and we want a chance to win the game. You're playing baseball, you want an extra inning because you want to win the game. If any professional football team or baseball team or basketball team would like more time, would like to extend the game when they're losing, if 100% of them would take them up on that offer, let's talk about how we can do that in our sales life, right? How can we extend the game? And the way we can extend the game is with our NOS, our net outcome statement, okay? Most of these games, they're saying, time, it's over, and you're going, shit, I lost, right? When you could get extra time if you simply use your NOS, your net outcome statement. What is a net outcome statement? A net outcome statement is you telling that person, hey, no problem, makes perfect sense, or hey, I hear you, or hey, I get it, I will be here when you need blank, right? Thus keeping the conversation alive, just thus keeping the opportunity for you to win the business open. Let me give you guys some examples of net outcome statements. Net outcome statement is not, hey, no problem, I'll be here when you need sales coaching. That's what you sell, or at least what I sell. They don't care. The net outcome statement is, hey, no problem, I get it. I'll be here when you need to take your income from $250,000 to $450,000. Now, hopefully you've asked the right questions in the beginning to know what they want, to take their income from $250,000 a year to $450,000. Let me give you guys another example. Net outcome statement is not, hey, I'll be here when you need online aerial measurements, right? It sounds more like this. Hey, totally understand. I'll be here when you need to have the exact measurements on every roofing project so you can write the estimate accurately the first time, eliminating having to do supplements on 40% of the jobs that you're doing, right? You're leaving the door open. Hey, we're not going to do it. We don't need any new software. We just signed up with Beagleview. We're all good, right? Oh, well, come on. If I could just have 5 minutes of your time. Game over. You lose. Right? Okay, game over, you lose. No problem, I'll be here when you need to have the exact measurements on every single job that you do so you guys can eliminate almost 40% of your jobs having supplements like you told me. Fair enough? All right. Now, I'm not saying they're going to turn around immediately and you're going to win the game right there, but you're going into overtime. They're going to leave that meeting, that phone call, that conversation going, you know, they were right. We are writing a lot of supplements. Maybe we need to do something about it. And when you call them back 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month later, hey, I got an idea I want to get your opinion on, they're going to be exponentially more likely to be receptive of that. Let me give you guys another example of a net outcome statement, because you guys should have your own net outcome statement. If you don't, you're killing yourself. You're losing games you don't need to lose. You're eliminating your ability to play in the World Series or the Super Bowl because you are not stretching your deals as long as they need to be stretched in order for you to win, right? I'll be here when you need payment collections. Okay, yeah, we told you we don't need that. Beat it, scram, vamoose. Hey, I get it. Hey, I will be here when you need to collect that $2.4 million in invoices that you had mentioned is currently sitting in your past due receivables, putting that money back in the owner's pockets. Fair enough? Okay, how does somebody respond to that? Right? That's not a jerk statement. That's not a, well, how do I tell you I think you're making a wrong decision? Or, come on, if I could just have 5 minutes of your time. Right? I really would like to show you how we can. Totally get it. Right? Let them see that, wait a minute, we did tell them we've got $2.4 million in past due, and they're going to be here when we need that money. I want that money. Right? Let me give you one last one. I'll be here when you need a mortgage. Okay? That's not a net outcome statement. That's not skillful. By the way, I'm picking that one. That is probably the single most unskillful industry right now. I wish I sold mortgages right now, because everybody that sells mortgages right now is crying, and they're a whiner, and they're a victim, and they're giving the worst service I have ever seen. Well, you know, you're never going to get approved, and interest rates are terrible, and they're going to come back down when they come back down, and I don't know. Do you want to buy a boat? I've got a ski boat for sale, right? That's what they sound like. Right? Hey, man, interest rates are so bad right now. I just don't know what we're going to do. No problem. I'll be here when you need a mortgage or a ski boat, because I need to sell mine. It's for sale on the Craigslist, right? Totally understand. I'll be here when you need to know the exact amount you're pre-qualified for and the exact lowest payment, so that you guys can put an offer on that house in San Diego with 100% confidence that you're pre-approved and can afford the payment. Fair enough? Well, yeah, we do want to go to San Diego. Rick's trying to sell us his ski boat. Let's go with Matt, with Matt's mortgages, right? Clearly he's capable and wants to solve the problem regardless of what rates are, right? This is what you guys need to do. My locker room people, I don't know if you're on this call yet, but right, who's a badass? We got a badass new member on Eastern University that's selling collegiate locker rooms, right? Why are collegiate locker rooms so important right now? Because the Shedeur, right, is getting $3.7 million on the NIL. He's got to have a good background behind him when he's recording his content. So it's not, hey, no problem. I understand you guys don't have the budget for $400,000 locker room right now. Thanks for your time with the quote. Absolutely makes perfect sense, right? We will be here when you guys need to have a locker room that's going to help you recruit top talent and raise the stakes here with the football program. Fair enough? Well, we do. AD just said we need top talent. How are we going to recruit without a locker room? That's exactly why I was quoting you the program that we did, right? We need to get you guys on pace with Oregon. Does it make sense for me to send the proposal over one more time? Yeah, it does. Guys, when you get shut down, when you get slapped down, when you get told, not right now, it's not a fit, we're already working with somebody. The game regulation is over. But when you use your net outcome statement, you get to play overtime. And you can continue to play as much overtime as you're skillfully going to allow your emotions to not get involved and stay on pace. I don't want to do sales coaching. No problem. Totally get it. You had mentioned that you want to go from $250,000 to $450,000 a year in commissions. I'll be here when you want to do that. Well, actually sounds pretty good. Cool. Does it make sense to get your access to the sales coaching? Yeah, it does, right? You guys have to practice your net outcome statements.